Hi, Genki Call here with your Soulforge offerings for the week of May 1st, 2023. Before we get into it, let me show you the list of Soulforge upcoming mythics. If there is something on this week that you want more than what is in the Soulforge right now, consider saving your diamonds. The one you want most, may it be the Wild Queen or Guard's Avatar or Iron Hawk, they could come up next week and they may not come up for 6 weeks. We don't know. We get 4 a week. These are the ones that are left in the cycle. And yeah, so let's get to what is in the Soulforge right now. And I'm hitting wrong buttons. Here we go. All right, first of all, there are a couple in the summoning stones that you might be interested in. If you're lower level and you really, really want to get Rowan leveled up a little bit, just to give her some more durability. The additional magic really doesn't do anything because she's boosted by her armor, not her magic. But if you want to get some extra life and attack and all that nice stuff, it is possible to get her with summoning stones this week. But the one that I would recommend going for, if you can, if you somehow missed it, Inari is in the summoning stones. So she converts green gems to blue spirit gems, which drain mana, and she's empowered. So, it's up to you. But we're just going to craft one. Your chances, aren't great. But look, I got her my first try. That's what you call streamer luck. I don't get streamer luck. I mean, the streamer luck isn't a thing, but yet, it just happened to turn out that way. Anyway, let's go over the legendaries. We have the Keeper of Souls. He transforms all gems of a chosen color to skulls. If you've been trying the trials this week, you already know what this guy does and how much of an effect he can have. Autoplay, not so much, but when you're controlling it, he can be super useful. And plus, he is a necromancer as well, so you can get some extra souls from the battle if you have a way to get souls for the battle. And he does have the summons as well. He is also in the event key drop table, so keep that in mind. 800 diamonds. Would I recommend any of these for 800 diamonds? No. I haven't finished looking at the list, but from what I see so far, I would not recommend 800 diamonds unless you have a team that you desperately want to build with that troop, or if you needed to get your power levels up in your kingdoms. All right, Jarl Firemantle. This guy creates 9 red and 9 yellow gems, then does damage to an enemy. That's it. Mana gen, a little bit of damage, and he burns a random enemy on 4+ gem matches. There are better ways to get that burn, but he's not a bad troop if you don't have those other ways to burn. He is an option, but again, not worth 800 diamonds in my opinion. Kristenix, whatever the heck her name is, she has skull damage by 50%, which is great. Gets enchanted whenever you match purple gems, straight up. You match purple, you get enchanted, for her only. She removes all gems of any color you want, which is great for denying your enemy that color. You won't get any mana out of it, but you will also boost your spell with it, and then you hit all enemies, which is always nice, especially for quick delves, and then summon a silver Drakon. Alright, next up we have Starflower. I like Starflower a lot, actually. I love this 50% chance to Fairy Fire a random enemy at the start of the turn. You don't even need match 4s. That Fairy Fire makes you do an extra 50% damage with your spells. That information is right up here. And, she does damage to all enemies also, boosted by ally and enemy Fae, summons, and there's a 20% chance to transform a random enemy into a pixie. So you've got the Lord of Slaughter over there, and now he's a pixie. Only thing a pixie can do is cast Fairy Fire on one enemy. That's it. So transforming something to a pixie, I'm okay with that. No, normally I don't like the transform spells really at all, but I'm okay with this one. Alright, let's go back to the mythics now. We've got Stonehammer. He is very tanky. He reduces damage from skulls by 80%. He's immune to lots of things. Stun, poison, disease, death mark, lycanthropy, and devour. He stuns and burns all enemies when he casts, creates a mix of 22 red and brown gems, and gains life. So he's a great tank. However, he does have a 22 mana cost, and the Brown gems do feed back into himself, but you have to have him on a team with red as well. Might do actually quite well with Magma Dragon because that would feed back into Magma Dragon, but generally people don't use this troop despite how good it is at tanking. Maybe because we just haven't created a great meta team for him yet. All right, Gargantor is trash. I Before I got him, I really, really wanted to experiment with him. He does damage to an enemy boosted by all allies and enemies killed, plus 15 damage per ally and enemy killed. I thought, hey, let's put some bombs on the team. We'll have a summoning weapon. We'll just keep summoning things in here, letting them die. It takes forever for him to get to the point that he can kill. If you're doing it that way, it just takes too long. He's just absolutely not worth it the way that things are. Because you have to let things die in order to get any really good attack off of him. He does gain attack in magic when he takes damage, but Now, when he takes damage, that means not his armor. You can hit his armor all day long. As long as he has armor, that is not taking damage. It has to be damage to life. So yeah, I mean, he's just absolutely not worth it. I, however, crafted him because I needed to get, I was mythic blocked in Groshnak, so a while back I crafted him only for that reason because I had all of the other good mythics in the game already. Zolgoth is always here. Suna is fantastic. Pardon. However, she is meant for the long haul battles. You steal life from the two weakest enemies, you steal magic from the two strongest enemies, so you're going to be getting plus 16 magic every time she casts. That is huge. Every time she casts, she's getting more life, more damage to the enemy. It's just, she's really amazing. However, she takes a while to get going, which is why people don't use her that much. But she also fairy fires a random enemy every time you match red gems. Doesn't even have to be a match 4, just match red, and she's going to fairy fire something. So that's super. I love that. Oh gosh, I hope they don't create fairy fire gems. Oh, that would be a nightmare. All right, going back to what I was doing. Enraged and Leonas are always here. These two are always here. The last one is Kalika. Kalika does damage to 4 random enemies boosted by elemental stars. She has a chance to create an elemental star at the start of her turn. She's just not strong enough. It's just not strong. I'm trying to think, maybe if it was true damage, it would be better, but it's just, you get plus 6 damage for each elemental star on the board, but generally speaking, if there's an elemental star on the board, it's going to be matched very, very quickly and not going to stay on the board long enough to boost her spell. So, not great. She is one of the Nexus. I think there are 2 now. Are there 2 Nexus elementals or sorry, mythics? I can't remember. Anyway, that is it for the mythics for this week. As far as weapons go, there's a Doom in here, and I'm not interested in it myself. 900 gems. I mean, sorry, diamonds. I've got the diamonds to do it. However, to get past the next level in Qatar I'll have to have this for the next level in Qatar for going up a power level. However, we don't have enough troops in Qatar to get up another level yet. So until we come back to Qatar, or if there's a random release for a Qatar troop, it doesn't matter. So personally, I'm going to wait on this until next time we come to Qatar, and then I'll spend the diamonds. As far as the rest of the things, I recommend doing the rest of the things, if you can. I am getting weapon blocked is a hard counter to your power levels. Personally don't need this one, but I have all of the others, and to get to the power level, the max power level, ooh, let's grab that. Squirrel! To get to the max power level in Qatar, you have to have the weapons. But yeah, the one after this. So max is 25 right now, I think. I think the max level right now is 25 or 26. I can't remember. I'm so tired. I'm okay. I'm okay, but I am tired. Let's go over these things. Stop digressing. Squirrel! All right. This one steals life from the first enemy and drains all mana from them. It also curses them, it looks like, and it's okay. Bone Shield does damage to an enemy boosted by Qatar-specific allies, and then creates a mix of purple and brown gems for each Qatar ally. A lot of troops use the purple and or the brown in Qatar, so that sounds great as long as, you know, you're limiting yourself to a Qatar um, meow. Sorry. Team. Team is the word I was looking for. However, there is one much better than this. If you're going to choose one of this type of weapon, I highly recommend going for Dead Gauntlet instead. Oh, look, the Doomed Tome is here. But let's go over Dead Gauntlet because I already brought it up. Damage to an enemy boosted by undead allies, then create a mix of 6 blue and purple gems for each undead ally. This can be super fun to use depending on, you know, what kind of team you're putting together. Sometimes it's really fun to do quick delve teams with this type of thing going on. It's just a different way of doing things instead of just doing explodey-splodey all the time. This can be fun. So if you're going to craft one of the two, I recommend Dead Gauntlet over Bone Shield. Anyway, the big news here is the Doomed Tome. If you want to be a troll for next Guild Wars, craft the Doomed Tome. Put a stupid double or triple empowered tome team in for your Guild Wars defense and, you know, troll your enemies. If you play Guild Wars, you know how powerful these are and what a pain in the rump they are to fight. So I don't think I really need to go over this, but it is in the Soulforge right now. You won't have another chance to craft this for ages. You know, it could be a year before we're back in Qatar, and it could be, you know, 6 weeks. I never know. Anyway, there's that. Next up, we have the Scythe of Qatar. This is one of the 75 diamond ones. Nice and cheap. Remove all purple gems, boost your spell, deny those gems to your enemy, but you won't get any mana from it. And if the enemies from Qatar or the battles in Qatar, you do double damage. Then we have, that's always here, the Scarab Blade. Oh, I love this weapon. I love my splody weapons. Y'all know that about me. I love the splody weapons. It just depends on what your approach is and how you like to play the game. Sure, Dead Gauntlet is fantastic, but you're very limited. You can use this on any team. If you want to explode purple gems with these colors, this is your thing. And then, you know, if you happen to have any undead allies or you want to summon an undead troop, it can do that as well. But it's the Splody with the fact that I can summon that I really love, and a specific gem color, great. Scarab Blade, love it. Trick and Treat's always here. Wait, are we all... Oh, there's more. Tomb Lord's Crook. The Tomb Lord's Crook also explodes purple gems, uses green and blue instead of blue and brown, I think the last one was. Grants a random status effect to all Qatar allies, then summons a Qatar troop. So it's also will break barriers because there's a little bit of damage to all enemies when you cast it. It summons a Bone Storm, and let me see what the other one does. I use this one more personally because of the colors, but it just depends on what kind of team you're putting together. So looks like it steals a couple of life from the first enemy. But anyway, I believe that's it. It is it. I hope that you've enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you folks soon. Bye-bye!